Hello, boys and girls. Lord Hawkeye here again. It's just a little tidbit I wanted to share with everybody. If anyone still wants to, particularly those who still want to argue that ridiculous social contract nonsense. Well, if there wasn't enough nails in his coffin already, here's a final one that I think should seal the deal for even the most hardened person. Yeah, right. But anyways, now the argument is that it's totally a fair contract because you can leave the country and get out of it. Well, guess what? That's not. It turns out that's not only a very flawed and argument that you would never accept yourself. It's also a bold-faced lie. Take a look at this. I have a link. I'll have a link down below for anyone who wants to read the whole thing. It's entitled "Help! I'm on the IRS hit list." Now, this is talking about this couple. Brian and his wife are from the States. He took out a Canadian citizenship years ago. They've lived and worked in Canada for decades. They have no U.S. income or assets. They are 100% tax compliant in Canada. Well, guess what? The IRS doesn't care. They want money from them. She's on the IRS hit list. She came here since she was 13. She's been a citizen since 1979. She has no U.S. passport or any U.S. earnings of any description whatsoever. But it doesn't matter. IRS wants to confiscate a huge chunk of her retirement savings. And how much do they want? Oh, let's see. They want $10,000 for every unreported bank account. They can confiscate as much as 25% of the maximum amount you've held in every account. And this is somebody who has lived in Canada for decades, has no citizenship in the U.S., is not benefiting from the U.S. tax system. She is not getting anything. No roads, no healthcare, no military, nothing. Absolutely nothing from the American tax system. She's getting nothing, and yet they still want her money anyway. Even though she did what she was supposed to do to get out of the supposed social contract. She renounced her citizenship. She's out of the country. She's not free riding on the U.S. system in any way whatsoever. And yet, she can't get out. The IRS still wants money from her until the day she dies. Isn't that just too much for you? I mean, if you thought the case for the social contract was weak then, it just gets worse and worse every time you look at it. So, to all those who still want to bleat about the social contract, I'll make you a deal. When the IRS stops hounding people who aren't even in the country anymore, when the IRS stops hounding them, publicly apologizes, and compensates them for any losses they've incurred from the harassment or any money that they have taken unjustly, when they've made all these amends, then you can argue the social contract with me. Until then, I'm just going to point you to this website and laugh at you. Or say something rather nasty. I don't know. But whatever the case, your entire argument completely falls flat right here if it didn't already. So, there you go. That's your little tidbit for the day. Until next time, be aware and be wise.